Okay, good morning, everybody. Sorry about the wait. I had to just get something done real quick. So let's go ahead and get started. What I want to do is jump back to yesterday so we can review. I should say it is Thursday, July 20th, 2023 here. And want to just go back and look at what happened here. It was a little bit more of a tough day. You can see that it was basically sideways. And remember, when we came into the open, we were talking about maybe seeing some potential bearish signals up off the highs, but things were still strong, and we were expecting some type of push. So the market opened here, right where this vertical line is, and popped just about, just under 10 points. We had some decent pullbacks into the 200, but then didn't really go anywhere. And that's why, if you were in the weekly webinar yesterday, we talked about how looking at this week, yesterday was extremely easy day. We just rode the 200 the entire way up, only broke it once, and it was very directional, easy. Once you get in on a pullback, market never came back, and it continued to rip higher. And then on that was Tuesday, and then on Monday of this week, again, just riding the 200 the whole morning, maybe one peek through. And it was a very easy morning. Well, yesterday was not quite as easy, right? It just kind of sat here and didn't really go anywhere. It pulled back, went right through the VWAP, went right through the high the day before. An expectation in a bullish bias is for a pullback to hold these levels, and they just went ahead and went right through them. So not quite the sexiest day for us. Although I will point out that there were two things that happened that, really seemed to happen pretty often. And that was, first of all, we got a nice pullback right to the VWAP for the attempt to continue to break out to the upside. So that would have been a really nice trade. It was also a nice, nearly perfect pullback retracement. Again, right to, and if you look, right to all this previous resistance here, and then popped out. So that was a really nice trade. And then this pullback right to the holy orange power level, right? And again, I think Ted was asking, hey, if I just have daily power levels, are they good? And I think we see this happen pretty often. A really nice pullback to hold within a tick or two off the holy orange power level after a whole day of, trading 5, 10, 15 points above it, 20 points above it. And then bam, comes right back and holds it nearly to the tick there. So that was probably the sexiest thing to happen. And this would have been probably one of the sexier entries. Of course, the first test did not quite work, and then the pullback there did not quite work. So it is what it is. Hey, not every day are you going to hit it out of the park, and that's how it works. And we talked about it. That was basically our topic for the weekly webinar yesterday. So that's a quick review of yesterday, just a lot of sideways chop. That brings us into this morning here. And if you drew your fib from the high of yesterday, which is the high of the year now, all the way down to the overnight low, it gave us a few fib legs here coming into the overnight session. And sure enough, they held the 38 retrace there nearly to the tick, and it was also the 200, and could not appreciably get through the 38 retrace of the sell-off from yesterday. And now we're continuing to push to lower lows now. Now, if you were in the trade room yesterday, I did put up a note right around, I want to say just as the market was pulling back to break down through the high of the day before, somewhere around there, I want to say. I don't remember the exact time, but we were already pulling back from the high of the day. And I put a notice up, and I said that we actually had a lot of bearish clues from the high of the morning. And this is going to bring us into our pre-market here. So what I'm going to do is bring up our higher time frames.